CDL school or go right to a company? Which company? Swift? Or maybe Schneider? Schneider maybe. How about, I know, CR England? Yeah, no. Who the hell? I know. Roadmaster. Yeah, no, not Roadmaster. How in the hell is somebody supposed to pick where to go to school or what company to drive for? Well, whoa, that a little too quick. Let's find out. Let's compare Stevens and Prime. Where should you start your driving career? Right after this.
Everybody get up.
It's me, Mark Staite, back here talking with you. Welcome. Today, we're outside Pontoon Beach, Illinois. I'm waiting for the truck to get unloaded. I had this great view. Isn't this nice? I like this. Another good view. It's the end of my day. I'm tired, exhausted, and the only thing I was thinking about was a private message that I got last night. Somebody asking me, Mark, I still see you got Stevens videos up, and you went to Prime. Where should I go? Great question. It's a tough one because, as I've mentioned many times here and on my blog, there's 9,000 ways to make money in trucking. There's a lot of different ways you can make money in trucking. You have to find the way that works for you. That's the easiest way to put it. Today I'm going to talk about the differences between Stevens and Prime today. Not what it was at Stevens 2.5, 3 years ago. Today. And what I've learned since coming to Prime this past, April? March, April is when I came over. I'm sorry, but hands down, Prime is a better company to start with. If you're just getting into the industry. Here's why. There's more money at Prime, and that's why we're out here. Think about it. We're out here to make money. Secondary is, how does the company treat you when you're driving for them? How do they treat us? And Prime treats its drivers better than Stevens does. Hands down, there's just no way around it. Prime beats Stevens in that department too. They beat him in the money department. And in the school department, of all places. Don't get me wrong, Stevens has a good CDL school. But if you don't pay for your school up front all at once, you're now beholden to Stevens for at least 1 year. And if you leave Stevens prior to the end of that first year, read that fine print contract a little bit closer, and you're going to see how, through the legalese of the contract, they can jack up that price should you leave early. The penalties for leaving early is your $3,400, $3,600 student loan now comes to about $10,000. And they will come after you for it. Absolutely. For those that are looking to get into it, here's why Prime's training program, in my opinion, is better than Stevens. When it comes to just the basics of getting your permit and getting your CDL. When you come to Prime with just a driver's license, as most will do, which is nothing wrong with that. It's how I started when I went to school. All I had was a license to drive a car or pickup truck. You come to Prime, your first 4 days is going to be getting that paper permit. Studying, and getting that paper permit. From there, you go on to, you're at that point, what they call a permit student driver or a PSD driver. And you'll go out with a PSD trainer. For about, 2 to 3 weeks. 2 weeks minimum. And you're going to learn how to drive that truck with an active working truck and somebody who knows how to train that fresh permit CDL, or, you know, the permit CDL you got in your hand. How is that better than a CDL school in general, like Roadmaster or Stevens or any other company? Well, here's how. You're one-on-one with your instructor. When I went to Stevens, my classroom size, we had 32 or 36 people in our class, and we had 3 instructors. That's more than a 10-to-1 ratio, instructors to students. With Prime, you're learning to get your CDL by itself, one-on-one. You have the complete attention of your CDL instructor. Okay? In the schools, again, going with based on fact, learning how to shift the truck, learning how to move the truck. You're sitting in the back with three other students while somebody else is driving and learning with the instructor. So you're sitting there just watching, doing nothing. At Prime, you're the one in the chair. Your instructor's right there, and there's nobody else. There's no waiting your turn to learn how to shift that truck. It's, wake up, yo, time for you to learn. After a few hours, okay, let's take a break. Guess what? Lunch is over. Time for you to learn. One-on-one instruction when you're getting your CDL with Prime. It doesn't get any better than that. You can ask outlandish questions. One instructor and you. You're going to get an answer. You're not getting anybody beating around the bush. Okay? Now, I will say this with Prime, that period, that first 2.5, 3 weeks is a rough one, money-wise, financially. You're allowed to draw $200 a week with Prime. Again, you're drawing $200 a week. They're loaning you $200 a week for those first 2.5 weeks. You'll eventually pay that back at $25 a week when you're making money. Stevens lets you draw $75 a week. Wow, whole 75 bucks. Yeah, easy math on that one. The other nice thing, when you're done and you've got your CDL in hand, this is where what I call company training or phase 2 training comes in. This is where you're learning the Qualcomm and map reading and all the details, dealing with shippers, dealing with receivers. What do you do with your bills? You know, what do you check for? That kind of stuff in phase 2. And this is where Prime beats a lot of starter companies, hands down, point blank. No bad. You just can't beat this. When you've got your plastic card CDL, you got a Class A CDL. It's no longer a permit. You are now Class A CDL driver, and you go out for your phase 2 training with Prime. You are paid $700 a week. Wait, Mark, I heard Prime was only $600. Time out. Did you see the memo that came out here at the beginning of September of 2014? September 1st, 2014, phase 2, company training, $700. That's going to go for about, 7 to 10 weeks you'll be out there in phase 2. That's paycheck. That's $700 a week. And there's a threshold. Should the truck drive more than whatever the set miles is, Alan, you're going to have to help me with this. Post down below what that threshold is. You could be paid more than $700 a week on your TNT trainer truck, your TNT truck, which is trainer and trainee truck. So you're making more money during the bulk of your learning. $700 a week. That's pretty strong. That's really strong. And again, it's one-on-one training. You just can't beat it. You just can't beat it. So Mark, what do you have good to say about Stevens? They're there. Sorry. You know, I can only share what I know. This is what I know. Prime is better than Stevens as a starting company. Period. Point blank. Okay? Hopefully that clears up and answers about, 25 questions that were sent to me. Mark, which one's better, Stevens or Prime? In my opinion, for me, Prime. If you don't have a CDL and have no experience, come to Prime. If you do have a CDL, ooh, even better. Alan Godfrey has a great Facebook page called My Journey from Stevens to Prime. Lots of great information there. I'll put a link down below. If you are with Stevens, have been, or any other company for that fact, a minimum of 8 months. If you're already at Stevens, trust me, stay the year so you don't get penalized for leaving early. But once you got your commitment done, you leave Stevens. Like example, me, I left Stevens, came to Prime. When I did that, there was no training. There was no phase 2. Come in for orientation. Here's our corporate culture. Here's our paperwork. 3 days. Here's your truck. Get to work. Class A seat, right out of the box. Making money, boom, like that. So existing CDL drivers, take a look at Prime. There's flexibility there too. Right now, I went from Stevens driving reefer to Prime driving reefer. If I get a wild hair up my butt and decide I want to do flatbed, would you like to guess what division Prime has for me? That's right, I can go drive flat. I can go back and learn how to drive flatbed. They'll teach me how to drive flatbed. Or, maybe I want to haul food grade tanker. I'll drive tanker for a while. Guess what Prime's got as a division? That's right, tanker division. So yes, you can come not knowing anything and go straight to tanker, go straight to flatbed, or come straight to reefer. Tell me, that's what freedom's about. Choices, right? Okay, that should put a nail on that coffin. Yeah, whew, that was a lot. Thanks for sticking with me. I know this is a long video, but I wanted to investigate Prime's training program first before I did this video, so there you go. And everybody's gonna complain, ooh, what about this, what about... Okay, we'll address those in a future video. In the meantime, get off my back, man. So that does it. A quick couple shout outs here. First off to Ashley Willis. Hello, Ashley. I like your health videos for truck drivers. Link down below for Ashley Willis. Go check out, go subscribe to her channel. She's got, as you can see, I still got tummy. It's just not as big as it was before. Ashley's got a lot of great tips on healthy eating out on the road. Nothing fancy, nothing cost you a lot of money. Go check her out. Also another one, I doubt he's gonna see it because he's so damn popular right now. Steve, the DUI lawnmower guy. Steve, the DUI lawnmower guy. Pure, hilarious redneckery. All up on your screen. The guy it's hard to describe. I'll put a clickable link here at the end of this video, but go check out and subscribe to Steve, the DUI lawnmower guy. His videos are, make sure you got some diapers on or something if you're gonna watch one of his videos for the first time, or be naked in the bathtub or on the toilet, because you are literally gonna make a mess. The guy's that funny. He truly is. So Steve, Ashley Willis, Steve the DUI, and of course a big thank you and hello again to all my long-term buddies out there. Tex Crowley, Ike Stevens, Jay Cannell, Abe Attella, welcome back to trucking. Good luck with all the flack you're about to catch with the 2020 special you did, man. I'll do a video on that one later. So Abe, good luck with that, brother. Again, welcome back to trucking. It's good to have safe drivers like you out here, man. So get with it. That does it for me, guys. I'll see you next time. This face, I'm out of here.